Over the last few years, I have built many gaming setups. Some might say an excessive amount of gaming setups, like this one, or this one that I built last month, or this one that I built 3 months ago, or maybe this one. And well, I don't disagree with him. I've grown an addiction. Listen, I know that I have a problem. My wife knows that I have a problem. You guys have to watch a video every 3 months of me building my new setup. So why stop now? And last year, I built the ultimate PlayStation 5 gaming setup, which I really enjoyed building. And this year, the PlayStation 5 Pro came out. But you've already read the title of the video. So let's build the ultimate PlayStation 5 Pro gaming setup. The foundation to any good gaming setup is a good desk, which is why I'll be using the 60x30 autonomous stand-up desk. I've used this exact same desk in 3 different setups before, which tells you how much I actually like it. And some of the few things that I really like about it is it's not too small, but it's not too big. 60x30 inches might be the best size desk for a 1-monitor setup in my opinion. The other reason I really like it, this thing is very durable. I had it for 3 years and still functions as day one. For example, we'll clean it real quick, then it will be ready to go. Next, we obviously need the PlayStation 5 Pro. Done. So I've had the PlayStation 5 Pro for the last week, and my honest thought is, it's actually good. Especially if you've never had a PlayStation 5 and this is your first console that you're buying, this is gonna be definitely future-proofing. The PSSR upscaling that they added and the ray tracing that they added are very graphically demanding. The PlayStation 5 Pro definitely shined, especially when playing on the TV, so I can't wait to see it on the monitor that I'm about to show you. One of the best gaming monitors on the market right now is the one I'm about to show you. Let's open it. So this is the ROG Swift OLED PG32 UDCM, and this monitor can support up to 240 Hz refresh rate with a 0.03 millisecond response time, which is crazy fast. It has HDMI 2.1 support, so you can use it directly with your PlayStation 5 Pro. Insanely thin bezels that you can barely see, and the stand that it comes with is really sturdy. It's fully made out of metal, so the monitor is not going anywhere. Not to mention it has a built-in RGB projector on the bottom and on the back where it can display the ROG logo, or you can just change it to display normal RGB. Now talking about the panel itself, it can go up to 1000 nit peak brightness, so you're never gonna have to worry about not seeing the screen in any room you put it in. Not to mention that the color accuracy and the black levels are unlike anything I've ever seen before. So when playing games that have a lot of dark areas like Black Ops 6, you're gonna be able to see the enemies much easier. One other thing that I really love about this monitor is the fact that they put this gloss finish on there, allowing you to look at the monitor from different angles and the picture looks exactly the same. Specifically for the PS5 Pro, this monitor has variable refresh rate, which is gonna make the game always feel smooth even if the FPS is dropping. And one last thing that I really like about this monitor, it has an FPS counter here at the top that you can enable. That way you can make sure your games are actually running at 60 FPS or 120 FPS or whatever FPS you want the game to run on. But honestly, this gaming experience is really good. Honestly, even from the last 30 minutes that I've been playing on this monitor, just testing it out for this video, this is way better than I expected it to be. That OLED panel is super crisp, and the 0.03 milliseconds response time is definitely noticeable, especially on console. Now to take this monitor to the next level, we're going to be adding the ROG Ergo monitor arm and the ROG Aura monitor light bar. Let's set these up. These two next upgrades that we just added are essential to any gaming setup in my opinion. Putting your monitor on a monitor arm, allowing you to adjust it to wherever you want it to be, is a must. Also, it clears all the space from under the monitor, so you can put all your peripherals, you can put any devices that you need, or even your controllers under there, which is awesome. Now for the light bar, a lot of people think this is excessive, but honestly, I've been using monitor light bars for the last 2 years and all of my gaming setups on that setup, and now I added it to this one. I really like light bars because they light up the whole desk in front of you. You can see your controllers, you can see your keyboard, you can see your mouse. And I know for sure when I'm playing in a dark room, this helps me a lot with eye strain. So I'm not just looking at the lights from the monitor, but the whole area around me is a little bit lit, which helps with my eyes not feeling like crap after a long session of gaming. Now this ROG light bar is actually really cool. All the controls are here on the top right side. You can change the lighting level to be higher or lower. You can click it. You can also adjust the temperature to whatever you want it to be. So if you like a cooler light or a warmer light, you can do that as well by just rotating. And one other thing that I really like about the light bar is you can plug it via USB. So I actually plugged it directly to the back of the monitor. So it's getting power from the monitor. So the monitor light will turn on anytime that the monitor is on and will turn off when the monitor is off. Now to take advantage of one of the most prominent upgrades in the PlayStation 5 Pro from any other console, it has the capability to connect to Wi-Fi 7. And to be able to actually use Wi-Fi 7, I needed a Wi-Fi 7 capable router or mesh system. ASUS sent this bad boy out. This is the ASUS ZenWiFi B10 mesh system, and this mesh system is a tri-band Wi-Fi system, and it can cover up to 6,000 square feet, which is way bigger than my house. But most importantly, it supports Wi-Fi 7, so let's set it up and test it on the PlayStation 5 Pro. Speaking of, this thing looks really sick, I'm not gonna lie. It's like very minimal and sleek. Okay, the new ASUS router is set up. It's literally right behind the PlayStation 5. And now let's test what kind of speeds we get on the PlayStation 5 Pro. Just so you guys know, before my PlayStation 5 Pro was barely able to get like 200 megabits per second download speeds. So let's see what we can get now. I'm really interested in this because I'm not really sure what we're gonna get. Oh my goodness. Connection speed download 826 megabits per second. That is the fastest download speed I've ever seen on any console setup in my life. Oh yeah, it makes sense. It's Wi-Fi 7, so it's better be the fastest one, but I didn't expect it to actually get the full speeds that I'm getting from like Xfinity over Wi-Fi, but this is like unreal. I'm gonna do another test just for the fun, just to see what we get. 846. What? To give you guys an idea how fast this thing is, I'm downloading an 18 gig download, and it's only saying 4 minutes left to finish the download. That is like insanely fast. It's as fast as my gaming PC. And the way to take any console setup to the next level is by making it much better with better peripherals. Starting with some controllers. I'm going to be adding 2 controllers. This is the Astrobot limited edition controller. I've been actually maining this controller for my PlayStation 5 Pro. And next, this is a more competitive custom controller by Hexgaming. You can see on the back it has extra triggers, and the triggers are actually mouse clicks, if you can hear that. If you play a lot of FPS games on controllers, this controller is really, really good. So I'm gonna be adding these, but I'm not just gonna put them on a desk like that. My friend actually printed me these 3D PlayStation 5 controllers, so I'm gonna put them under the monitor. Next, for audio solution, we're gonna be adding some over-the-ear headphones. These are the ROG Delta 2s, and these things look crazy. To give you guys some of the specs, they have a tri-mode connection, so I can use them on the PlayStation 5 Pro with a dongle, or I can connect them via Bluetooth to any other device like a MacBook or a phone. So if you're in a gaming session and you have them connected to your PlayStation 5, you can have them be connected to your phone at the same time. So you can get a phone call, you can just switch and talk on the phone and then switch back to the game without having to disconnect, connect, whatever. So that, in my opinion, is a really, really cool feature. The headphones themselves look super, super slick, super high quality. They're quite adjustable, which is super, super nice. Look at this cushion, bro. That is so thick. So this one is a leather edition, and they also give you another type of cushion that you can put on here if you don't like this kind of material. But this ear cup is so much bigger than I expected it to be. Now for comfort test, let's do it. That is very, very comfortable, and honestly, I really like how much it covers of my ear, because a lot of the headphones that I test out do touch my ear on the inside, but this one, the diameter is really large, which is really, really awesome, and it like fits the ear perfectly. On the bottom, you can also control all of the settings that you want. Switch to Bluetooth, adjust the microphone level or even mute it, and adjust the audio itself as well. And it comes with a detachable microphone that you can just take out and then whatever. The only thing I wish that was different about these headphones, that they would come in white. They haven't made them in white yet, but I think a white edition would look super, super cool. Also, did I mention they have built-in RGB, which looks super sick. Bro, the audio quality is way better than I expected it to be. The surround sound is unreal. I'm not gonna lie, the audio quality on these headphones actually took me by surprise. I was expecting them to sound like other Razer headphones that I've tested or HyperX that I've tested like in the last month. They sound really high quality and they feel way higher quality as well, which is crazy. Also, they have a 110-hour battery life, which is pretty ridiculous for a gaming headset, especially a one that has RGB on it. So to make this PlayStation 5 Pro setup more FPS friendly, we're gonna be adding a mousepad, a mouse, and a keyboard. For the mousepad, we're gonna be going with one of the biggest glass mousepads you've ever seen in your life. This is the ROG Moonstone Ace L. It's a glass mousepad, and if you're a PC gamer, you're one of two people. You either love glass mousepads or you hate glass mousepads. And I actually love them. I've been using glass mousepads for the last 2 years. I go back and forth between normal mousepads and glass mousepads, but let's test this one out. The quality of this mousepad is really, really nice. I really do love that they added, you know, the extra touches of ROG for those who dare and the logo up there, but I really like the way it feels. Other glass mousepads that I've used, the glass feels way too smooth and the slide was just like too good, I guess is the best description to explain it. And this one is like a little itched. It feels like a matte, dry surface. I don't know, that's like the best description I can come up with. But now let's get a mouse so we can test the mousepad. For the mouse, I'm actually gonna be going with the ROG Harpe Ace Mini. I've actually been using the ROG Harpe Normal Edition. Let me get that real quick. This one right here as my main mouse for the last like half a year. Now they came out with the Mini Edition, and this Mini Edition is even better than the other one. Get this, it only weighs 49 grams. And like the headphones back there, it can do a tri-mode connectivity, so you can use Bluetooth, wireless, or wired, which is super, super cool. Let's open it up. Right away, I know when I'm gonna love a mouse. And this one is just the perfect fit. A little sound test for you. very good. Little glide test for you. Okay, this combination of mouse and mousepad is really, really good. I mean, just even testing it right now feels really good. Again, the surface of the mousepad is like smooth, but it has a little bit of a texture with it, like barely noticeable. And with the glides, first of all, it's just like you can stop where you want, go where you want. I can't wait to try it out. Also, did I mention that this mouse has a 105-hour battery life, which is pretty crazy, especially since it has RGB on it. Okay, now for the last peripheral that we're gonna be adding to the setup is gonna be a keyboard. This is the ROG Azoth gaming keyboard. Like I said, this is the ROG Azoth gaming keyboard, and this thing is crazy. First of all, on the top right side here, you get an OLED screen that can display the battery life, information system, and you can control the lighting, the audio, or the brightness of the LED from it just with a click of the button. I really like that feature. It's super, super cool. This keyboard can also connect via wireless and Bluetooth and wired, so you can use it on multiple devices. Like if you have two PCs, or if you have a PlayStation and a PC on the same desk, you can switch back and forth super easily, which is really, really nice. And for those keyboard enthusiasts, this keyboard does come pre-lubed and has pre-lubed stabilizers, so it sounds like this. And I think the overall design of the aesthetic and the weight of it feels really, really nice and high quality. So for the last few touches, I'm going to be adding 2 RGB poles to finish the setup, and here is the final result.
You have execute authority.
Bravo 6. Going dark.
This gaming setup turned out to be one of the cleanest ones I've built so far because it just feels like minimal, but it feels very, very functional, and it has everything I would ever ask in a gaming setup. It has really good lighting, a really good screen with 4K display, and really high refresh rate. I got new Wi-Fi with insane blazing fast speeds. What else could a gamer ask for? I guess some snacks maybe? I already got that covered. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.